What's good, y'all? It's your homie Big T.
And I'm Shae Renee.
And you back for another episode of Mud Talk, the only podcast that keeps you connected what's going on in music, fashion, and news in the 419. And of course, the only show that keeps your ears to the streets
while you grind in the 419.
Hey, and speaking of that, so glad that my co-host is back. Welcome back to the show, Miss Shae Renee.
I missed the weather in Houston already, but it feels good to be home.
I bet it does. Now, you were gone for a very special reason, right?
No, it was just vacation.
Just vacation? I thought your girls had a competition.
That was supposed to be Philly next week.
Oh, okay.
But that's been changed. So.
Oh, I was out there putting out fake news and everything. My bad.
Right.
I'm
Players
sorry.
Fuck up too.
You know, apparently, and I am a player. All right. All right. So today is a very special episode. It is our Valentine's Day weekend episode, and we have so much on the show today. First things first is that we are dropping Tracy the Redbring Haynes new video today called Butterflies. We're going to be doing that at the end of the show. But we also have a very special guest as well. Her name is Miss Amy, and she is here to give us some love advice, some sex advice, all of that good stuff, because it's Valentine's Day weekend and we got to make sure that, you know what you're doing on Valentine's Day,
For sure.
In and out of the bedroom. Yes. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. But with that being said, we have to tap into what's going on in the news. And before we do any of that, we also are doing a free raffle. So if you are watching us live right now, make sure you go onto the 419 Grind page. And in the comments section, use the hashtag MudTalk, and we will add you to our raffle. And we will do our raffle at the end of the show. So in our raffle, we have bath bombs. We have a bottle of wine. We have
chocolate-covered strawberries.
Chocolate-covered strawberries. It's a lot.
A caramel apple. So, sweets to... keep it sweet.
Something like that. All right. So let's talk about what's going on in the 419. This is where we keep you tapped in and plugged in and what's going on in the news. First things first is that a local bakery here in Toledo is doing something really, really special for the homeless. So they're at the bakery on Bancroft Street near the University of Toledo. There is a pair of named Jira and Brianna who decided they wanted to do more. Jira and Brianna had the idea to make birthday special for kids in foster care. They are now baking and decorating cakes just for them. The parents said they get to put their favorite colors on it. They get to put their name. They get to put any hobbies that they have. So then they put everything together. They sit down and think of what can they do to try to convey this image of what they have in their head and what they like. They said that they just want to make sure that kids know that they are important and that they make the cakes without meeting the children. And then once everything is done, they send them off to them for their birthdays.
That's dope.
That's really, really dope. So we just, spreading the love around here in Toledo, no matter how old you are, but that's a really dope thing that they are doing. All right. So shout out to that bakery. I wish they had the name on here because we could have, told them. But if you know that bakery, make sure you go ahead and support them. All right, next in the news, Mommy Mayor and the owner of Pizza-Rama team up for a fundraiser to help a local food pantry here in the area. The local pizzeria business are joining forces with the Mommy Mayor to utilize the high profile of this football feast as a method to raise funds to assist local families who are having trouble putting even a meager amount of food on the table. Mommy Mayor Richard Carr, a lifelong Cincinnati Bengals fan, no shout out to him for that. Go Browns. And a longtime season ticket holder has teamed up with Angela Newford, the co-owner of Pizza-Rama and Mommy, for a noble cause on Super Bowl Sunday. Together, they have concocted the Who Day Pizza Special, which commemorates the Bengals' famous slogan on a fresh, hot pizza pie with the help of a whole lot of pepperonis. So many pepperonis, in fact, the Pizza-Rama emblazes the words Who Day onto the surface of the specialty pizza, dominating the pie in much the same way the Bengals fans hope their team dominates the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday night. For each of the first 100 people who order the Who Day pizza at the bargain price of $8 and then chip in an extra dollar for good measure, which is a $9 contribution, will be donated to the Under One Roof Food Pantry at St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Maumee. So make sure y'all get out to Pizza-Rama and buy some pizza for $9.
I'm a Bengals fan, so it's happening.
Man.
I want to see them win. I want to win for Ohio.
I guess I do too. I would love the Browns, but it's been a tough season. I don't even want to talk about it. And people paying us to lose games apparently now. So there's that. So, all right. And last but not least, this is a good one because he needs this. Kevin Hart decided to play a prank on Nick Cannon. He sent him a vending machine full of condoms. Kevin Hart sent Nick Cannon a vending machine full of condoms for Valentine's Day. The comedian Kevin Hart is one of the coolest celebrities we have ever witnessed, and he wanted to make sure he put a smile on the faces of everyone around him. Nick Cannon shared the photo on his Instagram, revealing that someone sent him a vending machine full of condoms. And just minutes after revealing that, Kevin Hart shared the photo on his official Instagram with the caption that said, "I see you got my gift, Nick Cannon. Gotcha. Now, you don't have an excuse because the condoms are free." So shout out to for Kevin Hart, for promoting safe sex, but that was a funny prank.
Well,
so.
we know what Nick Cannon won't be doing for Valentine's Day.
I hope he ain't making no more babies.
I mean, he said he was going to be celibate this year. That's what he said.
And it's only February, and here we go.
Right.
All right, so that's everything we got here tapped into the tea and in the news, and that's what we do here. All right. So with that being said, we do have our very special guest. We have Miss Amy, who's in the building. Just to tell you guys a little bit about Miss Amy, she is a sex educator. She's been a sex educator for the last 20 years for high school, college age students, community groups, and as a grad instructor. She also has a master in arts and family studies and specializes in developing a comprehensive sex education program for high school students, specifically targeting teenage parents and preventing subsequent teen pregnancies. So let's give it on up for Miss Amy, y'all.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yes, Miss Amy. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you've done and, all of that good stuff.
Oh, what haven't I done? I mean, I've been an educator. I've worked with middle school kids, high school kids, college age kids, master's degree kids. I was a younger parent myself, so I wanted to make sure that I pass along the appropriate information for kids to make good choices.
Absolutely. Now, what made you dive into the realm of wanting to deal with all of these different age, because you dealt with a lot of different age groups, okay, from, teenagers to adults. What just made you decide like you wanted to spread your message kind of to everyone? Because I know everyone has like their own lane, but you were just like in all type of lanes. So what made you want to do that?
I think sex is one of those topics that people don't often talk about, and especially kids, and they don't always have somebody to talk about that they feel comfortable with. And a lot of times if you don't talk to kids about it, the things that they come up with, and I can tell you some stories about the things they come up with.
Absolutely.
It's not accurate. It's not safe.
Right. And a lot of kids don't, feel comfortable with talking to their parents and adults about, sex and everything. So how do you kind of break down that wall to where the kids do feel comfortable with that?
I mean, I think it's funny. You got to have a good sense of humor. I mean, kids have to be able to laugh about it. And not that it's a funny topic, but you got to be able to laugh about it because sometimes there is some funny stuff. I always tell them, get the giggles out now. Just laugh about it. Let's say all the words. Just get them out.
Okay.
And then we can move on.
All right. So speaking of funny words, what are some of the funny words you've heard for certain, extremities?
My goodness. Certain extremities. I'm not allowed to say that. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I make the kids say the proper words.
Absolutely.
I could come up with so many different ones, but I'm like, nope, say the right one, because that makes it just less shameful, and it's accurate. It's what it is.
Okay.
So what they do on the hallway and what they do at home and in the locker rooms and with their buddies, they can whatever.
Yeah.
But,
so you teach them to use the professional language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make them comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Make them comfortable with it instead of saying crazy stuff like,
It's real hard to walk in the doctor and be like, my hoo-ha hurts. Like, exactly. You got to use the right word.
Well, y'all probably saw me on social media last week. I used the word "cooter mama," and I was just like, "Yeah, cooter mama." That was the word. I was just like, "That's what my granny said." Cooter mama. So I thought that was still a thing, but maybe not. All right. So before we get back into with Miss Amy, we got to do my tips with tea. And as y'all know, it is Valentine's Day, so I have my top 5 things of things that you should or should not do on Valentine's Day with your side piece. Y'all ready for this?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
All right. Number 5, do not take pictures with your side piece. Remember, no face, no case. Okay. So don't be putting them on.
No snap stories.
Nope. No snap stories. No selfies. No ussies. No wheezies. No nothing. No face. No case. So do not take pictures. Number 4, do not pack your spend the night bag. Okay. You are a side piece. You do not have the option to spend the night, okay? You just get what you need and keep it moving and get out, okay? That's it. Number 3, only make plans with them on the 13th or the 15th. You don't make plans with them on the 14th, okay? Because remember, you're a side piece. You don't get that 14th commitment, okay? So 13th or the 15th, that's your holiday, side piece holiday, okay? All right. Number 2, Don't go to popular spots with your side piece. No City Hall, no J. Alexander's, no Texas Roadhouse. Keep it safe and simple at home. That means Netflix and chill. There you go. And number 1, don't show up to his or her house or the main chick or the main man house, because 3 things will happen. You would get your ass beat, shot, or arrested, maybe even all 3 if they're a savage. So, and remember, y'all saw what happened in the thin line between love and hate. That's all I got to say. All right. And those are my top 5 things of what you should or should not do on Valentine's Day. All right. With your side piece. Can I get my DJ Clue behind one time? That's all I'm saying.
You gotta keep them expectations low. Right?
Yeah, definitely keep them low, because ain't nobody spending the night with no side
You
piece.
don't even get expectations as a side piece. You just that's what you do.
But sometimes side pieces try to make expectations.
they do.
They definitely do. So that's not cool.
Gotta know your role.
Yes, yes. All right, now Miss Amy, what are some of your relationships do's and don'ts?
For relationships,
Yes.
communication. Got to talk it out. If you can't talk it out, don't be together.
Okay.
Because I think communication is the biggest breakdown that people have.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Realistic expectations. You got to have realistic expectations. Like you said, know your role and talk about your role.
Okay. All right. Now, with Valentine's Day coming up, now we know Valentine's Day is a very special day and everybody's going to want to get their smash on. So, what are some of your sex advice tips?
Now, I got these written down for you.
I bet you do.
Okay. I prepared. All right. So, the first one is any day is a great day for that Valentine's Day type of sex. So, Valentine's Day, you got to have sex on the regular. Have that special occasion sex, not just on Valentine's Day, because often the expectation when you just only have that good sex on those holidays, you're going to get let down.
Okay.
So people think that sex is supposed to be mind blowing. It's a holiday. And so the anticipation's high, the buildup is high, and sometimes the pressure to perform is high. And then all of a sudden, you feel like you got to be at the top of your sex game. Okay. And so if it's too much, and it doesn't meet up to those expectations, it can be a huge letdown. Okay. So if you want to avoid that sex letdown, you got to treat every time like the special occasion sex. Do it on the regular. Make it that special.
What do you do if it is a letdown? Like, how do you handle that?
Well, see, so part of that is if you're doing it on the regular, it's a letdown. It's a letdown. You just do it again the next day. Or later on that day. I don't know.
Facts to make up for it.
Right, you got to make up for it. But I mean, if you're only doing that special occasion sex on special occasions, weddings, anniversaries, Valentine's Day, you're going to get let down. Okay. Sometimes. All right. Not all the time. Okay, so for guys, now I was told that I cannot use the word good brain because it's like so 19 whatever. But I had to use it because so if you want that good brain, you got to stimulate your partner's brain. So this is for the guys. So for females especially, the best orgasms, or really most orgasms, are in the mind. So you got to do things leading up to that sexy time to get their partner's mind right. Like you got to make sure. You got to start with how your partner thinks. Maybe they need to hear and be told how attractive they are. Send a sexy pic. But make sure it's a wanted sexy pic. Nobody wants you sliding into those DMs with that dick pic they don't want. I'm sorry. That kind of thing. But if they've had a stressful day at work, do something to eliminate that stress.
Okay.
Make sure your hygiene is on point. Nobody wants to have to sit there be thinking about how musty you are, honestly.
Yes.
While they're trying to do that. And if you do that, then you might be surprised what you get from that.
Okay.
So that's my next tip.
All right.
And so the best sex has nothing to do with you. That's what I think. I have to be in it for your partner's pleasure, not just your own. So if both partners are in it for each other's pleasure, I think that's what makes for some good ass sex.
Okay.
Because the goal is to get if it's just to get yourself off, I mean, you might as well just do it yourself.
Absolutely.
So if you're in it for your partner and you're both in it for each other, that makes some of the best sex.
Okay. Speaking of that tip, I've heard a lot of adults say, as long as I get mine, I'm cool. Why do you think so many adults have become selfish when it comes to sex, or at least pleasing their partner?
I think it depends on the role. I think there's a lot of people who are just like, this is for me and my pleasure only. It might just be that's how they are. It might just be because it doesn't happen very often, so they want to get theirs.
Okay.
I don't know, but that's
it's laziness.
Yeah, it could be laziness too.
Yeah. I mean, and I think it could be, but I also think it's sometimes for some people or some couples, sex becomes like routine. So then after a while, they're just like, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I just want to do it and just be done. I've talked to people and had friends who are just like,
get it over.
Yeah, just get it over with. You know what I'm saying?
Stick it in and be done.
They're just
are
like,
we done yet?
Right.
Exactly. And I'm just like, man, like that must be pretty boring. That's almost like torture.
Yes.
So, no.
It becomes a chore.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sex should not be a chore. So
No.
That's why you got to have that special occasion sex on the regular. Like
Yeah.
the good, mind-blowing. At least try.
So why do you think people why do you think some people think it's a chore, or how does it become a chore?
I think people want to you want to make sure you keep your partner happy and you want to keep that relationship. And I think a lot of people use sex as a bargaining tool. Yeah. And so they feel like at least if I'm doing it, it's going to keep them around. But.
Okay. And I also, what I also think too is I think when people are dating, I don't think they realize like your partner's sex drive may be much more higher than yours, So like in the beginning, obviously everybody's sex drive is high, but then I feel like once the honeymoon phase kind of calms down, like your sex drive may just be down here and his is up there, or vice versa, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like we're doing this again, like.
Well, and that was actually my next tip was like you got to be able to talk it out.
Okay.
And so that's why you got to be able to communicate. Hey, my sex drive is here, yours is here. What are we going to do about that? If you can't. If you got to talk it out, you got to know what that pleasures them. You got to know what they like before you get it on. Make a point to know what turns them on.
Okay.
What turns them off. What are the boundaries? Okay. Everybody has their own boundaries, so you got to know what those are. What are the do's and don'ts? Learn what positions they like best. Learn about foreplay. Talk about what you like and dislike. Talk about your sex drive. How often you expect it to happen. Because I think the more you talk it out, the better you're going to know that.
Okay. All right. So we have a little game. We always play games with our guests on this show. Okay. So I have a little game that I'm going to play with her. All right. Okay. So you are going to pick a number 1 through 29.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you a question.
Okay, so is this like that? Is it like Nick Cannon's show? Like, can I plead the fifth if I need to?
Yes, okay. I'll let you plead the fifth. All right,
go ahead.
So we're gonna play a couple rounds and then we'll see. So pick a number 1 through 29.
Oh, let's go number 11.
Number 11. During sex, are you loud or quiet?
Oh, well, it depends. How good is it? No, I mean, nobody likes quiet sex.
Yes.
Boring. Quiet sex is like boring, and you got to have some feedback. You got to know if you're doing it right.
Okay. All right.
So probably loud.
Loud. In the middle.
Depends on who's there.
You said what?
Depends on who's in the house.
Oh,
right. That's true too. I mean, I got kids, so sometimes it's got to be completely silent, and
that's true.
You don't want to wake them up.
All right. Pick another number.
4.
Number 4. What is the most sensitive part of your body?
Sorry. I mean, my neck, my nipples. That's probably the 2 most sensitive parts: my neck and my nipples.
Okay.
Sensitive in a good way, not like a get off me way.
Yeah, okay. Like a weird way.
Like this is how it's going to keep it going way.
Okay. All right. Pick another number.
You said 1 to 29. Let's go 25.
25. How often do you think about having sex?
I plead the fifth.
I'd rather be doing it.
Right. Like nobody wants to think about it.
All right. Pick one more number.
Oh, let's go with, I don't know. Let's go with number 18. Is that a bad number? Should I pick another one?
Pick another one.
I'm going to go with number 17.
17. Favorite position?
Favorite on top for sure. Although, I mean, I like to do a lot of different positions, but if I had my choice, it's going to be, I'm on top. I'm on top.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we appreciate Miss Amy. Do you have any final relationship tips or advice tips you want to give to, any of these lovely people who are watching on this Valentine's Day weekend edition of Mud Talk?
I mean, just, show the people that you love them. I mean, I think Valentine's Day is for your relationship, but all the people in your life that you care about. And you know what? Just do a little something extra.
Yes.
Might get a little something extra.
Keep it spicy, right?
Keep it spicy. You
have
to
keep it spicy.
You
absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, if you're still watching, make sure you use the hashtag Mud Talk on the 419 grind because we are giving out this raffle real soon. But before we do that, Miss Shae Renee, do you have our love advice column ready?
I do. And you guys kind of led me into it. So tonight I was going to talk about expectations. So sometimes we get so wrapped up into expectations that we don't enjoy our relationships and what they bring in the moment. It has to be a moment. Stop wasting people's time that you're not ready for or, you don't see a future with, period. Okay. So this week being Valentine's Day, when it comes to dating and planning dates, think outside of the box. Be spontaneous. It's definitely the thought that counts. It doesn't matter the price. As long as you took time and put your effort into planning something and making that person feel special, then that's what it is. So,
absolutely.
I agree.
And definitely be romantic. That's sweet. And even if you don't have all the time, those text messages through the day, like to get your partner through that day and have them something to look forward to when, you guys do meet up. Mm-hmm. And then number 5 was plan. Definitely, again, make that effort. Show that person they're important to you. So And then another thing you guys touched on that I absolutely love, and I've been hearing this a lot lately, and it's just like resonated with me. Give people the love they need the way they need to be loved, not what you think they need.
Yes.
I've always
and that's
said
very important.
Learn people's love language.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, learn a love language.
And your love language may not be your love language.
Exactly.
And so you can't love them the way you want to be loved.
So step outside of that comfort zone and, do what they need. So
Absolutely.
if they mean something, say something, do something.
That's a lot of effort too. If you step out and learn my love language and do it, it's gonna be good.
It's definitely If you definitely, like you said, step out of your comfort, I might have to do a little razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't went out of your way to do something for me, baby. Let me do something for you. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
All right.
So finally, the last thing I was gonna say is stop settling. There's somebody who wants what you want. Go find that person. Quit being scared.
Yes. Stop. Yes.
Actually date. Stop settling for one person.
Right.
If you need to, go until you find who you really want to be with or who you bond with in that connection, then do that.
And if they don't meet that expectation, you can not date them anymore.
Exactly.
Yes, it is okay. And that's the whole purpose. I've always said dating is like picking a college. Like sometimes you gotta do a few tours before you commit to one.
Right. Don't worry about stereotypes either.
Right.
Listen, it's your life, live it.
UT may not be for you, but BG may be. Okay.
I mean, BG for sure.
I'm just saying, so you might need to commit to BG, but you over there keep looking at UT because they send the UT shirts and stuff. No, we're not doing that. All right, so before we get into our artist of the day today, which is Tracy the Redbrick Hayes, and we debut his new video, I want to ask y'all, what are some of your favorite songs that's on your Valentine's Day playlist?
Ooh, right now that Hours and Hours by Mooney Long is
definitely
top on mine.
Okay,
I gotta look, man. I mean, anything 90s R&B. Honestly, just give me the 90s R&B.
If the love ain't like 90s R&B, I don't want it, huh?
Right.
I feel it. Okay. I would say right now, on my favorite, anything Jhené Aiko. I love Jhené Aiko.
Yep.
Jhené Aiko's a big one. I'm a big Summer Walker fan. Tinashe, I love her. And then if we going old school, like I love me some Anita Baker and Shae. Like I love like mellow vibes. I don't need all of that crazy, nasty, buck wild stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I need the crazy nasty.
Not all the time. I mean, a couple songs in the playlist is cool, but sometimes you just like to,
you gotta slow it down, speed it up, slow it down, speed it up.
That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right. Well, it's about that time for us to debut Tracy's new video. His video is called Butterflies. He's got some new music coming out, and make sure y'all get the tickets for Love and Laughter. So we're gonna check out his new video. Make sure y'all keep it locked, and we'll be right back here on Mud Talk.
In the week, my nigga Mo, he got the proof.
How do I describe it? Like the fluttering of wings behind a rib cage, or breathing against a hurricane's wind, aware of this moment with you, afraid of the unknown with you, and still wanting your presence as if it's my first ever gift. Holding on to the smiles you give, hoping you will smile with me and live, not just in my heart or in between skip beats or thoughts or dreams that vanish in the day, but in my life.
God broke the mold when he made you. You're a rare breed if I say so myself. Simple as a gentle breeze, but as mighty as the Red Sea. Oh, you're a blessing, it's your essence. The fact that I'm crushing is so adolescent. Oh, how I crave you, such an obsession. My stomach ties in the night when you're present. How you make me feel, words can't describe. My heart just melts when I look in your eye. I'm cool when you're not here, but when you arrive, I get butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. How you make me feel, words can't describe. My heart just melts when I look in your eyes. I'm cool when you're not here, but when you arrive, I get butterflies, butterflies,
Here on Mud Talk, that was Tracy the Rare Breed Haynes' new video, Butterflies. Make sure you add that to your Valentine's Day playlists, all right? So we're going to do one last quick shout out for the raffle, y'all. Make sure y'all go on to the our Facebook Live on the 419 Grind. Use the hashtag Mud Talk in the comments, and we will add you to our raffle. Remember, we have wine, we have bath bombs, we got sweets, and everything that you need to keep your Valentine's Day spicy. Now, before we get up out of here, we do have Miss Shae Renee. She has a little game called This or That.
Yes. So, give or receive. Now, these are all sexually based. This or that questions. Valentine's Day.
We should have said viewer.
And look, so if I answer, you guys are gonna answer, right?
Yes.
All right. So give or receive, for sure. Give, 100%.
I'm with you there.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of them.
That was easy.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. All right.
All right. Choked or spanked?
Definitely spanked. I don't trust people enough to choke me.
Okay.
I'm semi-trusting. Just a little, we can do it to each other.
It definitely depends on who it is, but
Yeah.
both of them if I'm comfortable with you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So, rough or sensual?
I'm like you got to do it sensual until it's about that time for me, and then you can just rough it up.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
If I've had 1800, definitely rough it up. If I haven't had it, keep it smooth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last one, real quick. Outside or inside? Keeping it spicy, you guys. So
Yeah, I mean, I've had my fair share of wood sex, but I'm gonna go with inside.
You know what? I've never done it outside. So
gotta at least
I
try
feel like
once.
I'm missing out.
You are.
Okay.
try to
So-
go with anywhere.
I mean, make sure you got a blanket though. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't want to get.
So it's definitely, it's inside by default, but let me try this outside thing, then I'll get back with you.
Oh, that trampoline in the back.
Oh, well, the trampoline's another story.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't say trampoline or no trampoline.
All right, y'all. That was This or That. And make sure y'all keep it spicy for Valentine's Day, man. It's coming up. Don't do the same thing that you've been doing since 1996. Do something different, okay?
Yeah. Hit up that trampoline.
Hit up that trampoline. I'm just saying, order woods.
Or the
what I'm saying?
woods.
Whatever you want to do. All right. So we're going to do our raffle real quick before we get up out of here. But first of all, we want to say thank you to Miss Amy for stopping by the Mud Talk, for giving us all of our love advice and sex advice questions. I hope you guys had your pen and paper and took down some notes so you can keep it spicy. Also, shout out to Tracy the Rare Breed Haynes for allowing us to drop his new video, Butterflies. Like I said, make sure you add that to your playlist for this Valentine's Day weekend. And let's go ahead and get this raffle popping.
All right.
All right. So I do have a wheel here that I put in everybody's name to make sure that it is fair. I didn't do no janky stuff, no rigging. Okay. I am not a janky radio host or promoter. Okay. This is not a scam. Okay. So.
And thank you for everybody who entered and shared.
Yes. And thank you to everybody who's been sharing the podcast and
supporting.
views and
Yes.
supporting. The views were super crazy. Like I told y'all, the first episode, we had like almost 1,000 views between the YouTube and the Facebook numbers put together. So that was a very, very, very special day for us. So shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing popping. So make sure, I hope you guys are watching, because we need y'all to come get y'all stuff. All right, here we go.
That drum roll.
All right, we want to say congratulations to Miss Darlisha Allen. I talked to her earlier today. She said she was going to be watching. Seth, I hope she wasn't watching with her kids. But shout out to Miss Darlisha Allen for winning our raffle today. I will make sure that you get it. And also, again, congratulations. All right. All right, as we always say, make sure that you, if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. And sometimes you got to go left to get right, because if you don't get right, you're going to get left. All right? Okay. On the next episode of Mud Talk, we have Miss Shawanda Johnson, who's going to be stopping through the building to talk about everything Fame Studios, to talk about her new music, which she's dropping her new music video called Mood. And then also she's probably going to talk to us about Empire, Netflix, and all the other stuff that she does. All right. So make sure y'all tap in on February 25th at 8 p.m. right here on YouTube or on Facebook Live. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.
Thank you.